Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to the Tri-State Traffic Show. Don here, your traffic jockey in the traffic center on a Thursday morning. I mean, where is the week gone already, right? It's already Thursday, March the 2nd, 2023. Definitely a foggy start out here across the board. No questions about that. So be careful, drive with some caution. Anna, we're going to show your picture here in just a moment. But just to let you know, we're up on Facebook and YouTube. We're going to go here probably till 8:45, and then we're going to reconnect with the New Jersey morning show here at the top of 9 o'clock. Just let me know again about the picture and sound and how does the video look, audio look. I'm getting the message here again about the connection is unstable, and I'm not quite sure why that is on hardline Ethernet. I'm not on Wi-Fi, and for some reason it keeps coming up here saying that it's an unstable connection. So I don't know what the story is here this morning. But hopefully that will resolve. All right. So again, we're on Facebook and YouTube. So let's get to the action right away. Let's change out our banners here this morning, and we will get started in just a moment. So there's the banners, and we bring our branding in, and I just don't understand why it keeps saying unstable connection. I am missing that one. So let's do this. Let's show Anna's picture here. This is down in Monmouth County in Holmdel. You can see a pretty heavy fog there this morning. So definitely drive with caution as these temperatures are going to be coming up. We'll do, before we get to the action, since we're talking about the fog, let's just go to Chris Gianelli in the Weather Center for the first look of the forecast, and then I'll set the maps up here and we'll dive right into it. Okay, let's go to Rutgers and the Weather Watchers. Good morning.
Good morning, Don. Here's your Tri-State Traffic Show weather update. In between today and Saturday, we're going to see a few chances at rain showers and possibly even snow on Friday. And if you can make it through all of that, you might just enjoy a quiet and sunny weekend. Commuter forecast is looking a little grim for this morning. Patchy fog and a little bit of nastiness, but later into the PM commute it should clear up, and the only thing in your way is just a bit of clouds. Today's highs are quite high. We're going to see an average of 60 degrees across the state, with the colder temperatures being in New York, with a 48 in Milford and a 52 in White Plains. But we have a 64 all the way down in Millville.
Okay, I'm going to bail out of this second. I'm getting the, Connor just said he has a black screen. So, okay, Connor, what do you see now? Do you see the graphics here, the incident page? Let's bring up his comments here. Right now, you should see the map, and it's still coming up as a black screen. What we'll do, we'll bring up the YouTube feed. I don't understand. I don't understand. Okay. Okay, I see it. I see what you're seeing there, Connor. I see it. I see it. See the black screen. Okay. Stop this presenting. Sorry, that's me. Hi. So let's share the screen again. Now let's see what happens. Okay, I see the black screen. Come on. You should see me. Can't be that delayed, is it? Oh, there I am. Okay, so my video is working. Ah, there's the maps. Okay. So we see the maps, and Alexander says, I see the map. Connor says he sees the graphics. Okay, so it's got something to do with the, were you able to see the video for the weather? I think you were because I saw that come up. Um, that's really weird. I don't understand. That's happened a couple times. I need to get in touch with StreamYard to figure out what the deal is here. I don't think that's a product of my computer. I think that's something with the website. But I could be wrong. Anyway, all right. So let's get back to the action now. If it goes out again, just let me know in the comments. Thank you, Alexandra and Connor. Let's go to Chris again in the Weather Center and get a check of that forecast. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning, Don. Here's your Tri-State Traffic Show weather update. In between today and Saturday, we're going to see a few chances at rain showers and possibly even snow on Friday. And if you can make it through all of that, you might just enjoy a quiet and sunny weekend. Commuter forecast is looking a little grim for this morning. Patchy fog and a little bit of nastiness, but later into the PM commute, it should clear up, and the only thing in your way is just a bit of clouds. Today's highs are quite high. We're going to see an average of 60 degrees across the state, with the colder temperatures being in New York, with a 48 in Milford and a 52 in White Plains. But we have a 64 all the way down in Millville if you are coming from South Jersey. Conversely, the lows are very low. We're going to see a 28 in Sussex and a 39 all the way down in Wildwood, where there once was a 60. Onto the futurecast, we're going to see a little bit of rain later on Thursday. Friday is that chance of snow I was talking about before, with a wintry mix or possibility of rain in the southern parts of Jersey. And Saturday, all that snow that does stick will probably be washed away.
Thank you, Chris. Nice job there in the Weather Center. So, to me, it looks like, going through this entire week, it looks like the precip and whatever little bit of snow we may get, looks like it's going to be later on Friday than maybe what they were saying earlier in the week. So maybe it's kind of slowed down just a little bit. So the evening commute tomorrow could be kind of interesting. Although we've seen on Fridays the work from home thing really kicking in to high gear, which is kind of nice. And then with the forecast for maybe some snow, they're able to keep some other folks off the roadways as well. So again, early Saturday morning, it's going to change over to all plain rain. So whatever we get is going to wash away. So it's going to be a nice kind of cleansing of the palate type thing for Saturday. And then the rest of the weekend, I think, is going to be in pretty good shape. But you got to get through this Thursday first on the roads. We do have some trouble here on the Parkway, south Worcester, New Jersey, over by 149 in Bloomfield. The right lane is blocked. 42 going north. Watch for the left shoulder is out here at 168. The Turnpike Western Spur, all vehicles on the right shoulder north of 15E. The outer roadway southbound north of 9. The shoulder is out. But we are seeing some pretty hefty delays here on 80, going east of exit 30 all the way into 42. And 287 heading south into 80 is also a heavy ride. Now, again, folks, it is definitely a foggy start. There's no questions about that. Alexander says, I had to come into the office today to make up for Tuesday. Okay. Gotcha. Hopefully you'll be off to, be able to work from home tomorrow. Take a look at 287 is pretty busy here in the Parsippany Hanover area. East along Route 10 out of Morris Plains is just a mess into 202. Lots of congestion on 202 getting into Morristown. And then we go to eastbound 24, really heavy out of Morristown on the Florham Park. Eastbound 280 is awfully crowded as well out towards New Road. Alexander says, I am home tomorrow. Okay, very good. Both ways of 80, heavy here. Throughout Patterson, 208 going south into Maple Avenue, Goffle Road. That is definitely a solid ride. There's Goffle right there. And then continuing even further south, heading out to Fairlawn Avenue. So kind of the normal stuff in that location. Same thing on 23, heading south in Pequannock. We go both ways of 46 heavy through the long-term construction. East both ways of Route 3 into Main Avenue is heavy. Here's the Parkway with that one collision of south of 149. Still being worked on. The Parkway is a mess heading north. I'm going to go all the way from 135 straight up the line up to 153. Turnpike is heavy at 14 up to 15E. South is heavy getting into that same location with that accident on the shoulder. Let's see here now. 22 is fairly crowded here out by Providence Road and Mountainside. 78 actually looks pretty good here this morning. 206, that's fairly busy. Heading into Far Hills, Peapack, Gladstone, even 31 south out of Glen Gardner and Highbridge. A lot of traffic out here this morning. There's your Turnpike. A little bit of a backup here heading south into Interchange 9, both ways to 287, 12 to 13. Both ways to 287 again, 1 through 4. And then we're seeing some delays on 18 at Edgeboro. 18 heading north into 27 for the John Lynch Bridge. We widen it up. And again, we're seeing that fog here all in Homedale, Red Bank, Middletown. 33, 18, 195. Over to the northbound side of 295, heading up to Route 1. We are busy as well. Parkway, a little crowded here for the first time in a while, up by exit 82. Take a look at 4255, congestion there at the interchange up to 76. Ben Franklin to Philly, that's going to be a slow ride. Let's go to Atlantic City, Ocean City, Somers Point, Cape May. We are good. Let's just go to the cameras here. We'll give you some of the conditions. We started off first on the Parkway. Let's go to 149. Let's go here. Exit 148. That's north coming towards us. You can see the fog and just look at that heavy fog here in Bloomfield through 148 by the Essex tolls. It's just an ugly, murky morning because it's 40 degrees and temps are rising. So that's kind of what we're going to encounter here. Go to the 142 tower and look at that. You can barely even see. You can barely even see Route 78. I mean, look at that. Wow. Going to Clark. That surprisingly is southbound coming towards us. I think something's happening out of 135. No, cameras there don't work. 129 tower over by the Driscoll Bridge and the Turnpike, just pea soup here. So be careful, especially exiting for 287 and 440 at 127. This is the Driscoll Bridge. Of course, the camera zoomed in when you don't want it to be. This is before the bridge. You can't even see the bridge this morning. That's a mess. This is over by 125. This is in Homedale at 116. Actually, the visibility there doesn't look terrible. 117 in Aberdeen. No, there it is by the Arts Center, the typical valley of fog that consistently, forms there. 105. This is north of the Asbury tolls. This is in Brick at 91. Let's go to 82 here. That seems to be fine. A little bit of drizzle out there. Barnegat Toll Plaza, a little bit foggy. We'll go into Cape May County. This is in Stone Harbor. Cape May Toll Plaza seems to be fine. Looks like visibility is okay there. So let's go to the Turnpike now. Check out down by the Delaware Memorial Bridge. We're a little foggy, but not terrible. This is by Interchange 4. Show you north of 9. Fog is really settling in here in New Brunswick. This is through 10 in Edison. I mean, you can barely even see. I mean, it's got to be down to maybe a quarter mile in some places. This is an 11 in Woodbridge. Fog is just shrouding over the toll plaza. You barely even see the Turnpike here at the Parkway. This is over by 14 for the airport. South of 14. It's just an ugly start to the morning ride. No question about that. Just awful. weather-wise. Let's quickly go to the I want to go to the DOT cameras briefly. I'm going to check out Route 80 because it seems like there's a lot of traffic there when there's no sun glare, which is surprising. Fog. The eastbound side of Route 15 is just an absolute parking lot. Yeah, it's definitely the fog is hampering traffic coming into 42. And barely even see it here at 287. That one's not working, and this one's not going to work either. No, it is. 80 at 280 and Route 46. Okay. Patterson, because it seems like that was extra heavy. That's west on the left, getting into Route 19. That's kind of a lot heavier than what I was looking for. Union Boulevard. Wow, that is just jammed. Eastbound coming towards us. I think something's going on there. 55 and 57. Yeah, it's a hit right here. Out by 56. They haven't reported it yet. It's just past Two Bridges Road. Let's see the comments here. Alexandra says, Connor, how's the application Rutgers going? Connor says, haven't heard anything back yet, but still crossing my fingers. And Alexander says, good luck, you got this. Yes, good luck, Connor. Good luck, sir. Okay, so let's come off of New Jersey now, and I want to put this here. I'm going to bring this in. Oh, camera. Go here and then go to the bridges and tunnels because I think this is probably on average of 35 or so, 40. Wow, an hour at the George, 40 at the Lincoln, 25 to 30 at the Holland. Wow. Okay, let's go to the city incident page. Let me check that cross Bronx in case something happened there. Only thing is southbound on the BQE is got a hit here by Atlantic Avenue. That's really about it. I think a lot of this is just the fog, the poor weather, everyone. Well, now they're saying that there may be a crash out by Jerome. Jerome. Go to the city cameras. We'll see if they bring in something. I told you before, I'm not a fan of this website whatsoever. Just not. This is out by Jerome Avenue. That certainly doesn't look like that's from this morning. That's a different camera. I don't think there's something. Those cameras are not refreshing the proper way. There's a tab to send them feedback. Jerome. There's Jerome. Ava Jerome. Did they find Nicholas Cassadine's body yet? So that's eastbound cross Bronx moving away. I think if they were to turn this camera around, quite honestly, I think they may be able to see something. To this side of the camera. It has to be because look how wide open this is. And this traffic's slowing down. Now, it normally slows down going west, but I'm feeling that they are certainly looking at something. What that is beknownst to me. That's what there's a hit here out by Jerome Avenue. No question about that. That's why the George Washington Bridge is dialed out to an hour. The normal delays on the Deegan, the Bruckner, westbound cross Bronx, the FDR Drive, Harlem River Drive combo is getting just wiped out from the 130s all the way down to the probably the right around the Midtown, right around the Ed Koch Connor says, thanks at Alexandra M. Okay. West side, just heavy off the George into the 130s. Take a look heading to the RFK Triborough on the westbound Grand Central. That is crowded there just before the RFK, and then that delay gets all the way back through City Field. Southbound BQE is a parking lot all the way down to Atlantic Avenue because of that hit. We'll show you that in a minute. Midtown Tunnel is about a half an hour to 40. Queens is just a parking lot. LIE west of the Clearview all the way out through Queens Boulevard, and then the southbound Cross Island is heavy down through Bayside Marina. Whitestone Expressway is heavy out by the Whitestone Bridge. Grand Central is a parking lot both ways here out by the Clearview, and then the Van Wyck coming into Atlantic Hillside Avenues is heavy. Inbound Jackie is busy getting up into the interchange, and then west on the Belt is heavy here at the airport, north on the Cross Island, southern up to Hillside Avenue, west on the Belt, a little busy getting out to Cross Bay Boulevard, and then we go heavy here from Mill Basin straight through Cropsey Avenue, east coming off the Verrazano is heavy out to Bay 8th Street, and the Verrazano the Staten Island Expressway is a parking lot from the West Shore all the way to Verrazano. I imagine you can even see the Verrazano. Inbound Gowanus is just a parking lot from Fort Hamilton Parkway all the way up to the hit out by Atlantic Avenue. So speaking of that, let's see what we can see here. No, that's going the other way. Maybe they got the other camera on it. I had to take a guess. Whatever was going on by Atlantic is gone because the traffic seems to be moving fairly well. So they're saying the hit is here at Atlantic, okay, and then you go to this camera and go to here. That's southbound coming towards us. This is wide open. So that accident's gone because if it was still there, there's no way that the traffic would be moving as well as that is. Okay, so over here, Promenade. Fairly heavy, but you can just see it's just an ugly morning. This weather is just awful. Like a cold front or something to just take out the clouds and stuff. Let's go to Staten Island. Let's see what we got cooking here. Oof. Look at that. I mean, we knew that was the case. We knew that was the case. It was just all this fog and what ugly. No feed at this time. All these cameras, and I picked the one that doesn't have any feed. Yeah. Wow. Okay, so that's New York City now. It's 8:15. Let's jump over to Chris here in the Weather Center for another check of your forecast. Let me get the right report and take it away, Chris.
Hello again, Don. Here's your second Tri-State Traffic Show weather update. See a few rain showers until Saturday with a possibility of snow or maybe a wintry mix depending on where you are in the state. And after all of that, you might just make it to a quiet and sunny weekend. Looking at the commuter forecast, it's going to be a little off on the AM commute with some fog and moisture in the air. But if you can make it through that, then the PM commute is looking much better, with the only problem being that there are a few too many clouds. Today's highs across the state, we're going to see an average of 50 in northern Jersey and New York. We're going to see an average of 60 in central Jersey and 59 down in Wildwood and Atlantic City, with a 64 in Millville. And the lows are looking low, with a 28 in Sussex and an average of 30 in central Jersey, all the way down to 36 degrees in Camden and Millville, and a 39 in Wildwood. Looking at the future cast, we can see that snow and wintry mix is going to come on midday on Friday, just about 4:30, and will probably wash away early morning on Saturday. Looking at the week ahead, we're going to see about a 40 to 60% chance of rain in the next few days, with the temperatures going anywhere from the 59 today to the 41 on Friday because of that snow, and a average of 50 later in the week when the rain goes away and the sun comes out to play.
Thank you, Chris. Nice job as always there from our friends and partners over at the Weather Studio, the Weather Watchers from Rutgers University. We'll do one last final check of the weather here at about 8. We're going to go at about 8:35 because 8:45 I got to eject here to go to the New Jersey morning show. I have a little bit of a different setup here, so I just want to make sure we test the connections. Okay, so let's go to the Long Island incident page and see what we've got dialed in here this morning. Southern State westbound between exits 40 and 39. It's on the shoulder, broken down vehicle. The shoulder is out at Ocean Avenue and 59. Some heavy traffic here on the SSP this morning. Both ways out through 17, 18 into 22, and then again out towards the Wantagh Parkway, westbound into 110. That's a bit of a crowded ride, and then west on the LI is heavy at 135. A little congestion here in exit 39, but nothing of the magnitude we saw yesterday, where it was just a real horror show getting off the island into Queens, northern state west into 110. That's busy. More congestion out by Deer Park Avenue. The LIE west on the LIE is heavy from 60 over to 57 or so. Sunrise Highway, that is good. LIE and everything out to the east end is fine. Some congestion through the Hamptons, Watermill, Bridgehampton, East Hampton. That is going to be in good shape. Okay, so let's go to Connecticut now. Let's see if we have any outlying incidents here this morning. Delays. They've actually got road work on the Merritt in New Canaan, 3739. Really? Interesting. So we're dialed out here from 52 all the way down to 36. 95 heavy, 28 down through just about 24. And it's heavy from about 21 through straight on down to 5. 8 and 25, that's a little bit busy getting into 95. Same thing on the southbound side of Route 8 out to 25. That's going to be crowded. Route 7, surprisingly, seen some traffic here this morning out through the Wilton area. Look for that. Let's see here now. Bring in the Hudson Valley page. 218, Dutchess 52, the sprain south out by 287. The shoulder is out. Okay. Both ways of the cross county here, west of the Hutch is busy. And west of the cross county into the Sawmill, southbound Sawmill into the Bronx is busy. North on the Hutch is really crowded as you get up into Weaver Street. East on 287 is heavy. You're straight off the Cuomo Tappan Zee Bridge out through White Plains and exits 5 and 6. Southbound throughway is heavy from 14 down into 12. And the rest of the Hudson Valley seems to be fine. 84, Beacon Bridge, Thruway, Route 6, 17. We go to 84, Lake Carmel, Carmel Hamlet, Brewster. Southbound 684 into Katona and 22. That's crowded. 134. Taconic, Route 9, out by the Ansville traffic circle. We're fine. Still seeing some delays here on the Taconic as we progress into Hawthorne and the Sawmill. Looks like the southbound Sawmill may have something going on there. Was that on the list? Was it? Oh, wait a minute. I may have missed that. Sprain. Okay. Taconic. Cameras. I think there is a camera there. Not mistaken. I think it's right in here. I'm shooting too high. It's right in here. Foolishness. Let's see if this camera works. Right in front of the police department. Works. And yes, sir, there it is. There's your right lane shut. Yahtzee. Remember the game Yahtzee? I completely forget how to play that. I forget how to play that. Okay, so we found the issues there. Let's dial up transit now here at 824. Again, friends, we're going until 845. Let's see here. Connor says, however, I do get to participate commencement on May 18th. Commencement for Rutgers or Middlesex College, or are you doing the commencement with EBTV? Let's see. 7:31 departs from Trenton is canceled, so long gone. Let's see what else we've got. Go to Hoboken 33rd, resuming normal service. Track maintenance in the overnight is concluded. Middlesex. Very good. Excellent. Okay, let's go to the MTA. So we have delays in the AC, B, M, J, and Z. Planned station skips are the Fs, and the SIR has the boarding changes there from Grand City to Great Kills, board at the St. George bound platform. Go to the rails now. We go to Long Island Railroad. We have some delays in the Ronkonkoma branch. 728 from Ronkonkoma due to Penn Station at 846 is operating 1015 late out of Ronkonkoma due to earlier equipment trouble. Okay. Metro North, though, is on or close to schedule. Okay. Let's see. Alexander says, that's exciting. Congratulations. Yes. And Anna says, Buenos dias from very foggy Homedale. Yes. And as you say that, Anna, we can show your photo again. You sent me of while ago. There it is from Foggy Homedale. Yeah, that camera out by the art center. It's you. It's just white. It's like a whiteout. There is just nothing there. Pretty crazy stuff. Okay, so 8:26 is our time. Let's do a very, very short break here. Just going to do a quick sponsor check. Whoops. So we will do, where are you? Maxim Motor Cars with a brand new website. We've got what you need. Dun, 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 dun. Maxim Motor Cars, 973-620-9060. Give Nick or Anthony a call. Let them know what you're maybe looking for, or peruse the website here. There's about 10 cars up for sale on this brand new redesigned website. They're on Clinton Street, which is Route 15 out in Dover, New Jersey, in Morris County. 973-620-9060. And definitely give them a call. This one could be a potential classic here, quite honestly, is the Mustang at 10.5. This Pontiac G6, G8, unfortunately, doesn't have the V8 engine. If it had the V8, I bet you would be gone by now. But it's got 164,000 miles on it. Wanted to see what the interior looked like. Not a bad looking car. I don't know what the... How do you get out of this now? Okay. Oh, that's kind of weird. I don't know what the heck that is. I don't want to inspect it. I just want to... There we go. I'm a sharp looking car. This is when Pontiac was in partnership with Holden from Australia. Actually, this vehicle, I believe, was made in Australia. If you look at the side skirts, the side panels, not a bad looking car there. This was one of the first cars that I remember back in the day that actually had a screen, Loud Punk stereo, screen for the radio. What if it had satellite radio? I don't know if it did or not. I think that would be something with a car like this. I mean, that's something I think you could just change out the radio and put something more modern in. Actually, it had heated seats too. Paint looks in good shape. Seats look like they could use some conditioning, but not too bad though. Anyway, that's Maxim Motor Cars, 973-620-9060. While we're here for our good friend Darley Newman, let's show her shop here. This is darleycnewman.com/shop, and Darley has a wonderful travel program on Amazon Prime, Ovation TV's Journey, Wondrum, and New Jersey PBS. So definitely tune into that for the 10th season. We're already up to episode 6. I believe 7 airs this weekend. So definitely check out, get some swag, some merch, some sweatshirts, some hoodies, get the travel mug like this is the one that I got for your morning routine. Great program. Once again, Travels with Darley. You hear me talk about it all the time. So thankful she came on board as one of the sponsors of the Tri-State Traffic Show. She's been a good friend to me and a good friend to the show. So we thank her so much for all the support she gives us. And hopefully maybe we can dial her back in for another conversation before she hits the road. I think it's like later in the spring. It's probably sometime in May that she goes out to start filming season 11 of Travels with Darley. So we thank Darley so much for sponsoring the Tri-State Traffic Show. Also, our good friends here this morning over at the Shaved Cave of 1471 Raritan Road in Clark, New Jersey. 908-325 908-325-6283 is the number. Give them a call. Talk to my guys Omar, Gustavo, and Alex for a fantastic haircut and a shave. Definitely give them a call again, 908-325-6283, 1471 Raritan Road in Clark, New Jersey. Now, we are just about 26 hours. No, let's see. Pardon me. 27 hours away, 26 and a half hours away from the opening of the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery in beautiful historic downtown Cranford. 908-272-3000, 22 North Avenue West in Cranford. Tomorrow is opening day for Ralph at the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. If I get a chance, I may even just go over just to do a quick hello to him and wish him well for the 14th season here for the Vanilla Bean Creamery. So again, we thank Ralph for supporting the show. And again, head out there. Tomorrow may be a little bit difficult as far as what the weather is concerned. So maybe wait till the weekend to head over and get some ice cream here at the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. Again, 908-272-3000 and CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com. That's the website. And also follow him on Instagram and Facebook. All right, so we thank Ralph, as always, for being our first sponsor for the big program. All right, we'll just wind it up. And again, there's just a lot of delays, a lot of heavy volume, just people taking it slow. That's what you want to see because of the weather and the fog and just sloppy conditions out there. So I'm just going to run down the incident pages, and then I think we're going to head off to the New Jersey Morning Show. So we've got northbound, north of 76 in Camden, the shoulders out, western spur, southbound 15E, metal debris in the roadway. That's not good. Southbound on the Parkway at 137, a crash. All lanes are open. Southbound, south of 149, one lane is still out. I don't think that's there. I think that's gone by now. Turnpike, western spur at 15E going north. Edison, the shoulder is out. So York. Sawmill, south of the Taconic. That's the one we showed you. Meadowbrook, northbound. The shoulder is out. Sprainbrook, south of 287. The shoulder's out. Westbound LIE, Southern State, all on the shoulder. So not a whole lot of action there. And we'll dial up our Connecticut partners here one last time. We're looking good. Just the normal delays. We'll go here back for the morning show. We're going to bring transit now. Just the one canceled train here on the corridor. Path is good. And we'll bring in the MTA very quickly. Show you that. ACB MJZ is planned station skipped. F SRI planned boarding change. What else do we have here now? Let's do the Hudson River crossings because of that eastbound cross Bronx crash, which I don't believe is reported. So almost an hour and a half for the upper level, about 45 for the lower, 35 to 40 at the Lincoln, about a half an hour at the Holland. So let's leave that particular page up. We're going to bring in the Turnpike cameras as well. And yeah, so I think that's going to do it here, friends. Camera. Hi. Got the Magnum PI shirt on here this morning. Okay, so we thank Alexandra, Connor, as well as Anna. Anna, thanks for the pictures so much. I appreciate it always, as always, I should say. If anybody can certainly send over the pictures. If you see anything out there, certainly send it in to the big broadcast. So we really appreciate that. Again, be careful out there this morning until we get some of this weather out of the way. I think later on this afternoon, I think you could see some sunnier skies. Temps are going to be into the 50s. So, to kind of dry things up just a bit, just waiting for the next round of precip, which is going to start as a little snow tomorrow. Sometime probably after lunchtime, 1 to 2 o'clock or so, probably just as you're picking up the kids from school. That's probably when we're going to start to see some of the weather start to take a downward spiral just a little bit. So again, just kind of plan your travels accordingly. All right, friends, make sure you join us on New Jersey ONNJ at the top of 9 o'clock. I'll be jumping in there and giving some traffic updates. Some meteorologist Mike Favetta will have another check of the weather as well. We thank Chris and the Weather Center here for the Rutgers Weather Watchers for joining us, and our chief meteorologist, John Rocco, We appreciate everything that Johnny does for the big broadcast as well. All right, friends. So let's do this. Let's get ready to end here. And I want to thank the Shaved Cave, Maxim Motor Cars, Travels with Charlie, and also Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. We want to thank all four of our great sponsors here each and every time we go on the air. If it wasn't for them, this would not be possible. So we certainly thank them very, very much for helping us out here on the Tri-State Traffic Show. Okay, friends, that's going to do it here for today. Again, have a terrific Thursday. Drive safely, and we will see you tomorrow at 7:30.